Sarasvi. What exactly is organic food?
When you claim that a product is organic, you are telling customers that this product has been grown without the use of any chemicals.
I go and I shop vegetables from the market. मुझे थोड़ी ना पता है कि कौन सी सीड से बना है.
See, if you're not buying organic, then you should anyways not consume. जिस किसान ने अपना सामान मंडी में ही जाके बेच के आना है, उसको प्रोडक्टिविटी चाहिए और वो मंडी में जाके डंप करेगा. वैसे ही गांव के 100 किसान आ गए, उन्होंने सेम चीज डंप कर दी. अब आपको नहीं पता है कि वो नाले के पानी से सिंचाई कर रहा है कि वो कितना पेस्टिसाइड डाल रहा है, कितना यूरिया डाल रहा है. We take paracetamol only when we fall sick.
Yeah.
और we don't keep on taking it कि शायद मैं बीमारी ना पड़ूं तो इसमें रोज ही खा लेता हूँ.
Correct.
बट किसान वो करता है, उसको लग रहा है कि केमिकल मेरे खेत में कीड़ा नहीं पड़ने देगा, वो रोज डालेगा, उसको स्प्रे करेगा. अब वो रोज स्प्रे कर रहा है, but there is no body which is checking it.
अच्छा. We
work with small group of farmers. कुछ हमारे किसान है जो हिमाचल में है, वहाँ की नदी का है, वहाँ के स्ट्रीम्स का पानी यूज करते हैं. We have a complete control. वो अपने खेत पे उगा रहा है, वही काट रहा है, वही हमें भेज रहा है, हम जाके पिक कर रहे हैं.
जमीन से जुड़ा खाना सिर्फ पेट नहीं भरता, रूह को सुकून भी देता है. So let's meet Sachin Suri, founder of Sarasvi Foods Private Limited. Sarasvi Foods Private Limited is a purpose-driven brand. वो फार्मर्स से आपके घर तक के वो प्योर खाना पहुंचाते हैं और बहुत ही आसानी से. So let's dive in to this health and much more with Sachin Suri. Sachin, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे शो पर.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
So, what excites me today about this show is the food and the purest form of food and how you are actually putting that across to the market. To start with, tell us your journey. कैसे start किया आपने?
ये start हुआ था 8 years ago.
Okay.
And that was after the birth of my daughter.
Okay.
She's now 11.
Okay.
So, the first year they are on their mother's milk and on the feed, but she could not take it properly.
Okay.
When she used to go on the formula, she used to feel very uncomfortable. Oh. Somebody told me that you change the milk because वो suit नहीं कर रहा है. So I started with figuring out what is the right food to be given to a child. Because our lives were we corporate professionals, both me and my wife. तो हमारा तो routine चल रहा था जैसे भी चलता है. But with her in the picture, then we were wondering कि अब इसको तो वैसे नहीं कर सकते हैं. We eating out every second day and it cannot carry on. So somebody said you start with cow's milk.
Okay.
Till then I did not know the difference between cow's milk and buffalo's milk, and I didn't even know that there are varieties of cows which are not actually natural.
Achha.
There is a Holstein and Jersey cows which are not natural. They are lab created because they give a higher yield of milk. But that human body can't digest. This is called the A1 milk. So I got to know कि A2 milk जो है वो हमारी देसी गाय से आता है जिसके पैक में हम्प होता है और गले के आगे स्किन हैंग कर रही होती है, and that's the purest milk and it's very close to the mother's milk that nature has given to us.
Okay.
So I found out somebody who can supply it to me. Then तो उससे start हुआ. Then we said कि if there is so much, then there has to be something wrong with our food also. Then there was a report that came out at Hindustan Times which said they picked up samples of vegetables and fruits which grow along the banks of Yamuna. तो उन्होंने वो टेस्ट किए लैब में और उसमें उनको हेवी मेटल कंटेंट मिला.
Okay.
क्योंकि यमुना when it enters Delhi it is crystal clear and pure. But when it exits Delhi it is black. It's like a drain. Right? So जितने खेत यमुना के आसपास हैं सब में वही पानी यूज हो रहा है. तो ऊपर से तो आपको लग रहा है कि वो पानी है, बट वो it's a drain. So when you plant your vegetable, when you water your plants with that dirty water, the roots, the seeds, everything gets absorbs that water. तो इसीलिए उस पानी में, क्योंकि जितना इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट दिल्ली से बह के जा रहा है, that is all flowing into the river. वो पानी आप डाल रहे हो तो उसमें आपकी सीड उसको एब्जॉर्ब करेगी, आपका सॉइल एब्जॉर्ब करेगा, सॉइल से रूट एब्जॉर्ब करेगी, फिर रूट का जो फ्रूट होगा उसमें भी वो केमिकल्स होंगे. सो their report suggested कि उसमें there is heavy metal contamination and there could be arsenic, there could be cadmium, there could be lead, there could be aluminum, a lot of other heavy chemicals which in some time or the other will make you very, very sick. So the straight impact is on your heart, on your liver, on your brain and on your kidneys. You see kidney problems on a rise, liver problems on a rise. So which meant that the food that is available in local mandis, you go to Azadpur or wherever they buy locally, that food is not worth eating.
Okay.
So that's how the journey started. फिर कहाँ से लाएं खाना? right? So I came across a few farmers. We attended some seminar, कहीं organic farming का कोई show है या कोई कहीं कोई seminar है, so I attended. That's when I met a couple of organic farmers. They said आप हमारे पास आइए और आप देखिए हम क्या करते हैं. So this journey started with me traveling to Rajasthan.
अच्छा.
So there's this place called Sikar. वहाँ पे I met a group of farmers who very small farmers. They have like 4 or 5 acres of land per farmer, and they created a cluster of farmers where they were growing organic vegetables.
Okay.
And we could only access 6 of them.
अच्छा.
तो उनके पास winter season में they just had carrots, गोभी, पत्ता गोभी, मूली, 4-5 चीजें, मटर. And that's how this thing started कि यार अपने घर पे उगाना शुरू करो. And then there were a few farmers who were growing grains. अब मुझे अपने घर के लिए चाहिए, तो 1 किलो नहीं भेज सकता मुझे. वो फार्मर है यूपी के किसी हिडन कॉर्नर में, वहां से मैं बोल रहा हूँ मुझे घर के लिए 5 किलो राशन चाहिए, वो नहीं भेज सकता. Then I contacted my family.
Okay.
My extended family, my uncles, my mama, my mother-in-law, my cousins, that the food. So I had to educate them that the food we are eating is not actually good. और ये issues हैं, ये हिंदुस्तान टाइम की रिपोर्ट है. I think we should do something about it. They said what? I said I came across a few farmers who grow organically, तो उनसे एक बार लाके देखते हैं. They said okay. So my first order for my farmer was 60 kilos.
अच्छा.
जिसमें थोड़ी थोड़ी दाल, थोड़ा घी, थोड़ा सा ऑयल, थोड़ा सा ये, थोड़ा सा वो, थोड़ा सा आटा. We sourced it, and then it was up to me to distribute it to my family. That's how it started.
Okay.
And then होता है ना, वो लोग साथ जुड़ते गए, कामरा बदलता गया, कामरा बनता गया. Then I started participating in some farmers markets. वहाँ पे हमारा used to exhibit what we got, and I used to talk to a lot of people. And they tried initially. Everybody is skeptical, so they tried. And a lot of people told me that what we consumed through you was different than what we have been consuming. Because if somebody is doing genuine good work, then the taste of the produce will also be better compared to what you get from outside. So then those people started to buy and they started to recommend. So we are a small organization. We work only with people we know. And most of our customers have come through references.
Okay.
तो एक आया कि यार आप ला रहे हो, हमें भी ला दो.
Okay, you're from a corporate. You have a background of an amazing college.
Yeah.
And your work experience. जब आपने लोगों को बोला, अपने एक्सटेंडेड फैमिलीज में बताया, चैलेंजेस नहीं आए? लोगों ने आपकी क्रेडिबिलिटी पे क्वेश्चन नहीं किया कि कहाँ कॉर्पोरेट में इतनी हाई पेइंग जॉब छोड़कर फार्मिंग में आ रहे हो या इसमें आ रहे हो, ट्रेडिंग में?
You'll be surprised to know that I only got encouragement.
Wow.
Right from my colleagues, my family, my extended family, my wife. Everybody encouraged.
अच्छा.
A lot of people said, "You start कर हम join करेंगे."
अच्छा.
So why? Because if you look at the data, 85% people are not happy with what they're doing.
Yeah.
70% Indians are employed in jobs which they don't want to do. And they're generally unhappy with what they do. And people want to do something on their own. And it is said कि अगर 40 से पहले you start your business, there are chances that you're going to succeed.
Okay. Now, Sachin, coming to Saraswati, what exactly is organic food? I want you to tell all our viewers कि organic and जो normal हम खाना खाते हैं, सब्जियां खास करके, कुछ फर्क क्या होता है?
देखिए, organic is a process of agriculture.
Okay.
When you claim that a product is organic, you're telling customers or you're telling people that this product has been grown without the use of any chemicals.
Okay. Pesticides.
Any sort of chemicals.
Okay.
Typically, you would have heard of urea.
हाँ.
What is urea?
What is that?
Urea is a form of nitrogen.
अच्छा.
Right? But it's a synthetic nitrogen.
अच्छा.
It is processed through chemicals. Now, government also promotes. आपने देखा होगा farm पे urea डाल रहे हैं powder. What urea does is it makes the soil infertile in 7 to 10 years.
Okay.
It makes the soil so hard कि उसमें पानी और कुछ भी penetrate नहीं हो सकता है. But there is a grass which grows up to 4, 5 feet, 6 feet tall, which is called daicha. You plant that, it's a natural supplement for nitrogen.
Achha.
So you plant that, you leave it at the farm for 4, 5 months. It grows up to 6 months. Then you put a tractor and you plow it. So it gets buried in the soil.
Okay.
And that's a natural way of getting nitrogen to your soil.
Ooh.
So when we get our products tested, because initially we used to get our products tested every quarter, हम उसमें 4 चीजों के लिए used to test them. 1, urea content. It should not have urea.
Okay.
2, it should not have any pesticides. and there are those limits which are specified कि उससे ऊपर नहीं आना चाहिए, and thankfully अभी तक नहीं आया.
Okay.
Then FIT used to get our products tested for heavy metal contamination.
Okay.
So lead, arsenic, cadmium, urea, pesticide, herbicide, fungicide. So they all come under that parameter. So when you're growing something organically, then you should not be using that.
Okay.
Alternatively, there's a gentleman called Subhash Palekar. He's based out of Maharashtra, and he's known as the founder or the guru of organic farming in India. So Subhash Palekar's entire concept is based on zero budget natural farming. So when he says zero budget, it means that the farmer doesn't have to spend a single penny on working in his farms. So hota kya hai, if you let a vegetable grow too much, it'll ripen, it'll dry up.
अच्छा.
जैसा एक लौकी को छोड़ दो आप 2-3 महीने के लिए, वो इतनी बड़ी हो जाती है वो.
अच्छा.
बट आप उसको क्रैक करोगे, उसके अंदर पूरे सीड्स बन जाएंगे. बट आपको खाने के लिए वो लौकी नहीं चाहिए, आप खाने के लिए छोटी छोटी कच्ची लौकी खाते हो. तो फार्मर क्या करते थे, उसको पकने देते थे. 2-3 लौकी को पकने दिया, उसके पूरे अगले साल की प्रिपरेशन, उसकी बीज तैयार हो गए. सो ही डिड नॉट हैव टू बाय सीड्स फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. तो अगले साल उसी को खेत पे लगा देगा, उसकी लौकी फिर से तैयार हो जाएगी. अच्छा. तो जीरो बजट है, तो फार्मर को सीड नहीं खरीदनी है. बट टुडे लॉट ऑफ मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इज दे हैव द कंप्लीट कंट्रोल ओवर द सीड्स. और उनकी सीड में उन्हीं का फर्टिलाइजर काम करेगा, उन्हीं का पेस्टिसाइड काम करेगा, उसके बिना वो पौधा तैयार ही नहीं होगा. सो यू आर एज अ फार्मर यू आर कंपेल्ड कि आप वो सीड खरीदोगे, फिर उसी सीड से आप खेती करोगे. आप वो सीड लगाओगे तो उसमें कीड़ा आएगा, उसके लिए आपको इंसेक्टिसाइड उनसे खरीदना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि और किसी कंपनी का इंसेक्टिसाइड उस पर काम नहीं करेगा. इनफैक्ट देयर इज अ ह्यूज मल्टीनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन व्हिच हैज बॉट अ ह्यूज सीड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी. नाउ दे हैव द एंटायर साइकिल. अच्छा. Which is, and the farmer gets entangled with that. Farmers get entangled with that. Farmers get into debt because of that. आपको बीज खरीदनी है, फिर आपको फर्टिलाइजर खरीदना है, फिर आपको हर्बिसाइड खरीदना है, फंगीसाइड खरीदना है. वही कंपनीज कैंसर की दवाइयां भी बना रही हैं. तो आप उनकी सीड से बना हुआ सब्जी खाओगे या खाना खाओगे, और किसी पॉइंट पे जाके आपको कोई बीमारी होगी तो वही कंपनी दवाइयां भी बना रही है.
तो कैसे पता चलेगा कि उस कंपनी का है? बिकॉज मार्केट में एज अ लेमैन इफ आई आस्क यू, I go and I shop vegetables from the market. मुझे थोड़ी ना पता है कि कौन सी सीड से बना है या कौन सा वेंडर है. हमारा तो फिक्स वेंडर हो गया. गुड़गांव में तो यू नो द कल्चर ऑफ सब्जी मंडीज इज नॉट लाइक सब्जी मंडी, यू नो.
Right.
So how do you know that?
See, if you're not buying organic, then you should anyway not consume. Okay. I'll tell you why. There's a supply chain mechanism, right? आपको all over India चीजें उग रही हैं. आपको महाराष्ट्र से अंगूर मिलेगा, आपको कर्नाटक से आम मिलेगा, आपको नॉर्थ इंडिया से पाइनएप्पल मिलेगा, राइट? कहीं ना कहीं से कुछ ना कुछ आ रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉजिस्टिक्स. नाउ थिंग्स आर पॉसिबल टू मूव अराउंड विद इन द कंट्री. बट व्हाट हैपेंस इज, जिस किसान ने अपना सामान मंडी में ही जाके बेच के आना है, उसको प्रोडक्टिविटी चाहिए. वो अपने खेत पे उगाएगा और वो मंडी में जाके डंप करेगा. ठीक है. अब ड्यूरिंग पीक सीजन उसकी प्रोडक्शन बहुत ज्यादा होगी, तो ही विल नॉट बी एबल टू गेट अ गुड प्राइस. ओके. बट ही विल बी एबल टू सेल एवरीथिंग. उसे मंडी में डंप किया, वैसे ही गांव के 100 किसान आ गए, उन्होंने सेम चीज डंप कर दी. अब आपको नहीं पता है कि वो नाले के पानी से सिंचाई कर रहा है, कि वो कितना पेस्टिसाइड डाल रहा है, कितना यूरिया डाल रहा है. हम भी when we get sick at times we need to take paracetamol. We take paracetamol only when we fall sick. Yeah. And we don't keep on taking it कि शायद मैं बीमारी ना पड़ूं तो इसमें रोज ही खा लेता हूँ. Correct. बट किसान वो करता है, उसको लग रहा है कि केमिकल मेरे खेत में कीड़ा नहीं पड़ने देगा, वो रोज डालेगा, उसको स्प्रे करेगा. That's so harmful. अब वो रोज स्प्रे कर रहा है, but there is no body which is checking it. Let's take an example of any close by place. Let's say राजस्थान से सब्जी आ रही है, ठीक है. अब वहां से सब्जी मंडी में आ रही है, मंडी में कई किसान डाल रहे हैं, फिर ट्रकों में लोड करके कोई चीज दिल्ली आ रही है, बॉम्बे जा रही है, पूरे ऑल ओवर इंडिया डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो रही है. अब आपके घर पे आपने सब्जी वाले से खरीदा, वो सब्जी कहाँ से ला रहा है? आपकी लोकल मंडी से सब्जी खरीद के ला रहा है. लोकल मंडी में सब्जी कहाँ से आ रही है? किसी बड़ी मंडी से आ रही होगी, राइट? देयर इज नो ट्रेसेबिलिटी. आपको नहीं पता कि आप जो मटर खा रहे हो या आप जो आलू खा रहे हो वो कौन से किसान के हैं, कौन सी जगह में उगे थे, आपको ये भी नहीं मालूम है. वो बोलेगा जी पहाड़ी आलू है, आप लोगों को पहाड़ी आलू होंगे. वो कहेगा शिमला के आलू, आपको शिमला के होंगे. वो कहेंगे यार लोकल है, तो आप मान लोगे लोकल है. बट यू डोंट नो.
Yeah, normal people don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
But what we offer is traceability.
Acha.
We work with small group of farmers, and I'm not saying this to promote this, but generally, whosoever you buy from, if somebody is claiming that his food is organic, then there's a complete control on the supply chain. जैसे हमारे जो किसान हैं, वो अपने ट्यूबवेल से, जो लोकल हैं, जो मतलब प्लेन्स में रहते हैं, जो सीजनल सब्जी देते हैं, वो उनका पानी जनरली उनके खेत में ट्यूबवेल्स होते हैं, तो उसी का पानी वो यूज करते हैं. कुछ हमारे किसान हैं जो हिमाचल में है, वहाँ की नदी का या वहाँ के स्ट्रीम्स का पानी यूज करते हैं, which is clean, right? Because the water in Himachal and hill stations are still very very clean compared to what you get in Delhi. So we have a complete control. वो अपने खेत पे उगा रहा है, वही काट रहा है, वही हमें भेज रहा है, हम जाके पिक कर रहे हैं. तो जैसे हमारे किसान हैं हिमाचल में, there's a place called Una. तो Una में there's a cluster of farmers who got together and they last couple of years back they decided कि यार हम लोग केमिकल्स नहीं यूज करेंगे, हम अपना खुद की खेती करेंगे, राइट? क्योंकि इससे they were getting into debts and they had to buy the chemicals which are very expensive. तो इसलिए हमें क्यों सब करना है, हमारे बाप दादा भी तो बिना केमिकल के खेती करते हैं, तो हम भी कर सकते हैं. And by the way, all these chemicals started to come up when the green revolution came. उससे पहले तो हमारी ऑर्गेनिक खेती ही होती थी. So we have a complete control over the supply chain.
Okay.
We know कि मेरा मटर कौन से किसान के खेत में से उग रहा है, आलू कौन से किसान से आ रहा है, गोभी कौन से किसान से आ रही है. So the products get harvested, and this is how my model is. That by today afternoon, today evening, my team will send an order to the farmers.
Okay.
जिसके पास जो चीज उग रही है, because एक किसान सब कुछ नहीं उगा सकता है.
हाँ.
तो कोई चीज राजस्थान से आ रही है, तो कोई चीज यूपी से आ रही है, कोई चीज सोलन से आ रही है, शिमला से आ रही है, कोई चीज मतलब कहीं से आ रही है. They will create an order कि हमें कल कितनी सप्लाई चाहिए. And for each day we send an order. तो हमें डेली फ्रेश सप्लाईज आती हैं. हम किसान को ऑर्डर करेंगे, अपनी रिक्वायरमेंट बताएंगे, फिर वो हमारे लिए हार्वेस्ट करेंगे. वो हार्वेस्ट करके हमारे लिए डब्बों में पैक करके दे विल लोड इट अप इन सम लोकल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन बस. हिमाचल वाले ने हिमाचल की बस में डाल दिया, राजस्थान वाले ने दिल्ली की बस में डाल दिया, जो भी है. तो वहां से फिर माय गाइस विल गो, दे विल कलेक्ट द स्टफ फ्रॉम देयर, दे विल ब्रिंग इट टू माय डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सेंटर. फिर वहां से विल स्टार्ट, we'll open the boxes, see what's there, package as per the customer's orders, and we'll start to ship them to the customer. So if my customer asks me कि ये जो कल प्याज थे कौन से किसान के थे, we should be able to pinpoint and tell them कि उस किसान के थे. If there is an issue, then we'll take up with the farmer. Okay. But आपके केस में when you're buying from local markets, आपको पता ही नहीं है. हाँ. ज़्यादा सब्जी वाले के पास जाओगे, यार ये कल जो तुमने सामान दिया था ठीक नहीं था, वो कहेगा अच्छा मैडम दोबारा ले जाओ फ्री में. बट तब भी आपको नहीं पता है कि वो किसका था, उसमें क्या इशू था, कौन सा फार्मर कंट्रोल वे में केमिकल यूज कर रहा है, कौन सा अनकंट्रोलेबली इसमें डाला ही जा रही है. डोंट नो.
Okay, I want to cut you here, Sachin. I have two questions on what you just told me. First question, about controlling the pricing when you talk about the supply chain. Okay? Secondly, आप बार-बार एक बात बोल रहे हैं कि वो किसान भेज देता है, हमारे लड़के जाके ले लेते हैं. तो जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है, क्योंकि the shelf life of the organic food is of course definitely much lesser than the normal what you get in the market.
It's actually longer than what you get in the market.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay. Organic food lasts longer than the market. It's the other way around. But coming to your question, so what was it?
So I had a different impression. मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि ऑर्गेनिक खानों में क्योंकि उसकी वो शेल्फ लाइफ होती नहीं है तो हम लोग खरीदते ही नहीं है. मैं आपको as a homemaker बता रही हूँ.
This is a big myth.
So let's talk on that first.
Yeah. On the myth?
Yeah, on the myth.
Okay. If you give steroids to somebody, for that moment, the person will have the energy. And then what happens? Collapses.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there's a Pahalwan who works out every day, lives on natural diet, lives in the environment, and is stronger just because of his own environment. Right? अब दोनों देखने में एक जैसे हैं, कौन सा स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा?
जो ऑफ कोर्स जो पहलवान होगा,
जो naturally built है. Right. So when you growing chemically, you add steroids, you pump injections, you do a lot of stuff, you spray a lot of different chemicals. Now the vegetable doesn't have its own strength. On the other hand, there are those crops which have stood the test of environment. आंधी आ रही है, बारिश आ रही है, तूफान आ रही है, वो खड़े हैं. तो उनमें ज्यादा स्ट्रेंथ होगी. तो जिसमें ज्यादा स्ट्रेंथ होगी वो नेचुरली ज्यादा शेल्फ लाइफ उसकी होगी.
Because you know why? Because when we order any vegetable on an app, for example, even a basic vegetable like a ginger, after 2 days we feel there is fungus on it.
That's storage issue.
No, even if we store it nicely, but we don't find it, that healthy. मतलब खराबी हो जाती है.
Fungus happens because of water.
Okay.
अगर moisture होगा तो fungus आएगी.
Okay.
If you just keep the other outside, it will not get fungus. It will dry up.
Outside?
Not in the fridge.
Are you serious?
See, everything contains moisture.
हाँ.
तो moisture का simple principle है वो evaporate होगा. Let's say we get vegetables. अब आप सब्जी खरीदने जा रहे हो, आपने देखा को they keep on sprinkling water. पानी फेंकते रहते हैं. आपके सामने वो सब्जी अच्छी लगेगी, वो पानी डाले जा रहा है उसके ऊपर. When we get, हम लोग तो पानी नहीं डाल रहे हैं. हम लोग पैक कर रहे हैं और हमारी टीम आपको डिलीवर कर रही है. अब आपके घर पे आ गया, तो वो खराब नहीं होती है, वो डिहाइड्रेटेड होती है. So if I don't have water for 6 hours, I'll also feel dehydrated. तो मेरी भी शक्ल उतर जाएगी, मुझे भी देख के लगेगा ये क्या हो, इतना थका क्यों है. The moment I have my gulp of water, I'll start looking okay. The same thing.
Okay.
So let's say you get vegetables which look kind of dried up. Soak them in cold water for 5 minutes. They'll come back to life and they're good to be consumed.
Oh.
Don't go by the looks of organics. Organic may not look very beautiful. It may not look very beautiful. Why? Because of the same reason. We are not throwing water. हम उसको maintain नहीं कर रहे हैं. आ रही है, हम पैक कर रहे हैं. But there are solutions now which we use. There's those bags you can use and they keep the vegetables fresh for 7-8 days.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
And those bags are available with you?
They are available with us.
Okay.
And they are safe.
Okay.
And the only thing they are doing, again, this is scientific, that like we release carbon dioxide, all natural products release a gas called ethylene. That's natural. Now you contain ethylene within let's say you contain it around the vegetable, it'll rot. So you let to escape it. Right? So ethylene needs to escape and moisture needs to retain. So we get these packing material where the ethylene gets released because they have these micro holes which let the ethylene go out. But the water molecule is bigger than the air molecule. So water stays inside. Basically, the hydration stays inside. The water, the vegetables stay hydrated. Vegetables or fruits. But the ethylene goes out. It escapes through the bags.
Okay.
That prolongs the shelf life.
Okay.
And you keep the bag and put it in the fridge. Nothing will happen for 4-5 days. So we use that packaging also.
You know, Sachin, when I had just met you before the podcast and we were talking, so a general perception is that he is dealing into food products and he's an entrepreneur who's doing, food plates and all that. Now, after talking to you on the podcast, I have a question for you. Tell all our viewers, what is the best way to store vegetables? Because this is a very common thing in the households. People don't know how to store vegetables. वो कुछ भी आया, उठा के फ्रिज में डाल दिया. Vegetables आए, fruits आए, even bananas we see. One day they are fresh. Second day they start getting, खराब. And सब कुछ उठा के फ्रिज में रख देते हैं. तो आप सारी ladies को उधर बताइए, even men who are looking after the kitchens, what is the correct way to store your vegetables?
Start storing them yourself.
Okay.
In most of the houses, is the maid.
Yeah.
She will dump it and forget about it.
Yeah.
3 days later, we'll realize कि कुछ आया था, वो क्या था, ओहो, तो खराब हो गया. Never wash your vegetables and keep them.
अच्छा.
So preferably don't wash.
Okay.
उसमें मिट्टी होगी, वो खेत की मिट्टी होगी, let it be.
अच्छा.
Right? Don't cut the roots. Like my mother used to keep dhania in a glass of water with the roots. She used to buy only with the roots and she would keep it in a glass of water with the roots. So the roots were soaked in water and so it used to stay fresh.
Okay.
Right? And like a few vegetables and fruits you need to store outside. Like for example, papaya, mangoes, chikus, bananas, they need to be stored outside in the open.
Acha, even chikus?
Even chikus. Otherwise they will not ripen.
Okay.
So there are a few products which release more ethylene. Like papaya. Bananas, they release more ethylene.
And once you cut it, still you keep it out?
Then you keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
Then you keep it in the fridge. Okay. As long as they're not cut, there are a few things. Mangoes. We get raw mangoes.
So I was coming to that. Now I know that Saraswati is famous for having the best mangoes. Tell us about that.
We source mangoes from all over the country almost. So India, surprisingly, you'll get mangoes if you go to Goa in February. Even now, you might get mangoes there.
Okay.
So in India, you get mangoes almost 9 to 10 months in a year.
Okay.
Depending on which region you are at.
Okay.
And logistics has made it possible that you can get mangoes from anywhere. So we start with the Ratnagiri mangoes, Ratnagiri Alfonsos, and we get them from Ratnagiri.
Okay.
So that typically the start of the season, that starts around March. Then we go down south where we get these South Indian varieties called Banganpalli. Then there's a fantastic variety called Himayat. It's also called Imam Pasand.
Achha.
Because the Imam of Hyderabad used to love that mango.
Okay.
The Nawab of Hyderabad.
Imam Pasand.
So that is how this got named as Imam Pasand. A few years back, I happened to go to Pondicherry. And my hotel was right opposite a mango orchard.
Achha.
On one side, there was the ocean. than my hotel, and right in front of me there was a mango orchard.
Hmm.
So you get mangoes from in Tamil Nadu also, Pondicherry also. You get mangoes in Bengal also. Get them in Bihar also.
Okay.
So we source from all these regions. So I start with Ratnagiri Alfonsos, move down south. From south, I'll move to Gujarat, where we get this mango called Kesar, a fantastic mango. Then we go to Bihar, where we get Malda. So you get Malda from Bihar.
Okay.
Then there are other native varieties of Bihar.
Okay.
Then we come down to North India, where you get your Dasheri, Langda, Chausa. There's a mango called Gulab Jamun.
I've never heard of it.
It's a fantastic mango.
Achha.
It looks like Langda, but tastes slightly different, but very nice.
Okay.
It's called Gulab Jamun because it's very sweet.
Okay.
So we start our season in March, and we go on till about 15th August.
Okay.
And if the season is good, then we can stretch up to end of August as well.
Okay. Okay.
And the way we manage mangoes is we get raw. और कुछ नहीं करना होता है. I don't know why people use carbide and all those chemicals, because mangoes require nothing. They are a very strong fruit.
Yeah.
Unlike what people think. What you see in the market, they get a pack of mangoes, they put something in it at night.
Some masala they will put, right?
It used to be carbide. Now it's supposed to be banned, but I don't know. There could be something else.
Okay.
They put it in the box, they cover it. By the morning, they turn yellow.
Yeah.
So if in the initial season you buy mangoes, they will not be sweet at all. They will rather be khatta. They look ripe from outside. आप देख रहे हो बाहर से तो पूरा पका हुआ लग रहा है. It's all yellow, but when you cut it, it's ripe from inside. It's unripe.
Yeah.
Because it's artificially ripened. What we do is when the mangoes come, we just air them.
Achha.
2 घंटे के लिए we just open the boxes, let them breathe. Because mangoes, when they are traveling and when they are contained in a box, they start to heat up.
Okay.
तो वो गर्म हो जाता है. We get them here, we open the lids, we let them air for 2 hours. Then we just put them aside and we put a blanket over them.
Achha.
For 48 hours, we don't touch them.
Okay.
Then after 48 hours, we'll take the blanket, we'll open the boxes, and we'll find a few of them which have started to change color.
Okay.
What technically it is called is color break.
Okay.
So from the dark green color, they start to have the shades of yellow.
Okay.
And then even to our customers, we send mangoes which are semi-ripe. They're about 70-80% ripe.
Achha.
Because they can see for themselves that we are not using any chemicals. It will smell fantastic. It will taste fantastic. Even if it is green from outside, it will be sweet. Because when you let them ripen naturally, they ripen from inside out. So they'll ripen from the seed and outside. Compared to when it is unnaturally ripened, it will ripen from outside, but it will still be raw from inside. So it will be yellow from outside, but sour. Our mangoes will be green from outside, but still sweet. And that's because we let them ripen naturally. And I still don't understand, I've been in this for the last 7-8 years, that why do we need to artificially ripen something when the fruits will ripen on their own? It'll just take 2-3 days more.
Because I stay in Gurgaon and I've heard a lot about Saraswati oils. What are the different varieties you're doing? And what are the benefits? क्यों different है वो बाकी जो market में मिलता है?
Good question. So before I got into this, I was in corporates.
Okay.
And when we moved to Gurgaon, my dad said, "Yaar, tum lao groceries. I can't drive." So he doesn't drive. Gurgaon, you don't get anything easily. At that time, you did. I used to read a lot about refined oils. So I used to wonder, refine क्यों करना है किसी चीज को जो एक अपने फॉर्म में है? Why do you? So if you are having peanuts, we just have peanuts. We don't have refined peanuts. मूंगफली खा ली हमने. उसी के अंदर oil होता है. So oil should just be an extract of peanuts or whatever seeds you are using, right? Or why do you refine? So if you read about refinement, refining is nothing but first you heat a seed at 900 degrees.
Okay.
So it literally melts. That gives you a higher yield. But when it is heated at such a temperature, it also smells burnt.
Okay.
Then you add chemicals to remove that burnt smell. Flavor also changes. Then you add chemicals which can completely remove the flavor. So refined oil is nothing but tasteless, flavorless, fatty liquid. And now science has proven, and there are so many people who say that it is extremely bad for your health. But if you go to a random grocery store, and if you don't ask for organic oils, they would say, हाँ ये oil है मैम बहुत अच्छा है, ये मूंगफली का तेल है refined, ये सल्फर का तेल है refined, ये फलाना refined, ये ढिमकाना refined, everything is refined. So refined, as I just mentioned, it is processed with a chemical called hexane, which is a petrochemical product.
Okay.
तो आप सीड को 900 डिग्री पे उबाल रहे हो, उसमें हेक्सेन डाल रहे हो, उसमें आप केमिकल्स डाल के उसका टेस्ट हटा दिया आपने, उसका कलर हटा दिया, उसका फ्लेवर हटा दिया, तो क्यों खा रहे हो आप? So what is the need of having that oil? There is no need. Because whatever you're having is actually going to harm you. But if you go to any shop, you will not find oils. So I made sure that when I got into this, that oils की range होनी चाहिए where people have a choice to pick up whichever oil they like to eat. So for example, in Punjab we usually eat mustard oil, right? You go down south, they use sesame oil and coconut oil. Then there are certain oils which are very neutral, like North Indians can't process coconut oil very well because it has this coconutty aroma, which is actually aroma, but we are not used to it, right? We also want neutral oils. Peanut oil has been used for a very long time. So sunflower oil came, which is very neutral. आप उसमें कुछ भी बनाओ तो वो neutral flavor होगा. Mustard में थोड़ा mustardy flavor होता है. So we do 13 different types of oils. इसमें we do mustard oil, we do yellow mustard. अब लोगों को ये भी नहीं पता कि mustard भी दो तरह का होता है.
हाँ, एक कुछ black होता है और एक कुछ yellow.
Black होता है जो राई होती है, black mustard cheese, राई इसको बोलते हैं. And there's a yellow mustard.
Okay.
So yellow mustard का भी oil निकलता है. They are different in taste and flavor and color.
Okay.
Right. So we do both. We do black mustard and we do. In fact, our mustard oil is extra virgin.
Okay.
It is extracted from indigenous seeds.
Okay.
जो कि फार्मर ने अपने खेत में लगाई, उसमें से अगले साल के लिए संभाल के रखी, उसको अगले साल प्लांट किया, फिर उसकी जो क्रॉप आई उसकी सीड्स निकाली, and then we get them cold pressed. So it's basically nothing but just a juice of those seeds. You put them in an expeller and you press them, the oil comes out. There is no change in the temperature of the oil. So I've actually gone to the mill and I touched it.
Okay.
But if you go to a refined oil factory, the oil will be burning hot. But if you go to organic processor, आप उसमें इमली डालोगे, बिल्कुल it will be at the room temperature.
Okay.
So that is the difference.
So what is the difference between wood pressed and cold pressed?
Technically, people say kachi khani. Kachi khani is the name for wood pressed.
Acha.
So there's nothing. There's a wooden bucket and there's a wooden sort of a danda. Just the way you have this. You've had juice in the market.
Yeah.
They have this with which they press the fruit, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, but tied to an automatic arm.
Okay.
So you put the seed in a bucket, and there's a drain which kind of when the oil flows out, and this thing is kind of attached to an arm, electric arm, and that keeps on moving.
Okay. So made in the wood.
It's made in the wood. All moving parts are wooden.
So which oil do you recommend, as you have so much of knowledge about it?
See, any oil that you take should be it should be pure. Okay. It should not be added with anything. Two, depends on what you like. Like wood oil, to my mind, is slightly more pungent.
Yeah, I was coming to that.
Because this thing is moving continuously for hours.
Yeah.
So it generates heat.
Okay.
There's continuous friction that is happening, right? This arm is continuously moving for hours. So it creates friction, so it will add a little bit of a pungency to the oil. But wood pressing is nothing. Wood pressing is just like a ganne ka ras. You add sugar cane to the mill, it squeezes the juice out, there's no change in the temperature. The oils we offer are the ones which are expeller based.
Okay.
So basically there's nothing. There's a funnel on which you put the seed and there's a vibrator which vibrates a funnel like this. So the seeds will kind of drop in to the press.
Okay.
Then there's a heavy weight which just presses the oil, which just presses the seeds. Because it's heavy and there is pneumatic force also, it just presses it. You just get few droplets of oil which start to pour out. And that gets collected. And then there's a filtration machine which just has 7-8 layers of filter paper. You push the oil from one end, it passes through the filtration because you don't want the sediment of the seeds. So chilka you don't want in the oil. Otherwise you can see oil ke bottom niche chilka ikhattha ho jayega. No, you don't want to use it as a customer.
Yeah, of course.
So it just filtered and then it's bottled.
Are you telling people that cold press is better?
See, both are good. The only way you should have oil is cold pressed.
Okay.
That should be the only kind of oil that you should be having.
Okay.
Whether you like wood press, whether you like the normal one, it's up to you.
Okay.
Wood press, to my mind, would be slightly more pungent. Like if you use my mustard oil, your eyes will not burn. You will not have to run out of the house.
Okay.
You will not have. None of my oils need to be smoked.
And there is no that foam coming on.
It will not.
Nothing.
Foam depends on the moisture content of the seed.
Okay.
So if the seed is not dried up properly, it has always seed will have some moisture content. When the moisture is more, again it rains today and tomorrow if we send the seeds for milling, it will have more moisture because it rained today.
Okay.
So earlier what used to happen, you used to get this लोहे का tin का आता था oil.
Tin.
I come from a large family. We were in a joint family. So हमारे घर हमेशा 5 लीटर mustard oil आता था. So day 1 पे my family used to smoke the mustard oil. उसको एक बार कढ़ाई में डाला सारा, उसको गरम किया, जलाया, साड़ना बोलते हैं उसको पंजाबी में. But you should not do that actually.
Okay.
because that oil was also not pure. So it had such a pungent smell that you had to burn it to get the smell off. But our oils don't need to do that. You'll apply it on your skin, it will completely get absorbed.
Okay.
You put it in a kadhai, and if you're yourself cooking, it will not burn your eyes, it will not burn your nose. You'll be absolutely fine with it. You'll not run out of the house. My dad eats parathas made in mustard oil.
A lot of people do that.
At times, I've had it. So it just has mustardy flavor, not the bitterness, not the pungency of mustard. So this is how it is different.
Okay. Now, Sachin, winters are right here. We're recording in November, and another 3 months will be really chilly in Delhi and Gurgaon. People in Gurgaon and Delhi have a Punjabi taste when you come to food.
Right.
Talk about white butters, we talk about gur, we talk about all the best ghees. Now, how is Saraswati, helping the Delhiites with these kind of products, and what are best with you? Tell us.
We have all of these.
Okay.
Starting about gur. So we have farmers who grow their own sugarcane.
Acha.
And sugarcane plant is for 3 years. If I planted sugarcane today, it will fruit for the next 3 years.
Okay.
So they have, since it's a long project. Usually big farmers do that. Somebody who has a land of 30-35 acres would actually get into sugarcane production. And the ones who have such a scale, they always will try to have their own sugar production also.
Okay.
So we have these farmers in Roorkee. There's a farmer in Loiwala that's very close to Rishikesh.
Okay.
Next to Haridwar.
Okay.
So there are these large farmers who grow sugarcane in half the farm and rice in half the farm.
Okay.
They have their own mills.
Okay.
So apna organically certified organic sugar they grow, sugarcane they grow, and they have their own mills. They make their own jaggery, and they make their own khand. They make their own shakkar.
Yeah.
And they also do this very nice masala jaggery.
Achha.
So masala jaggery is not any ganda masalas. It basically means they add a bit of salt.
Yeah,
they
the
add a bit
seeds
of ajwain.
and all.
They add some sesame seeds.
Okay.
They also add some coconut shavings.
Okay.
And they add some dry fruits also.
Okay. And they are available at Saraswati?
Yeah, they're always available.
Okay. And what is the name under the brand Saraswati?
Jaggery with nuts or masala jaggery, something like that.
Okay.
You can find it as jaggery with nuts. Just go to jaggery section. Just type jaggery in the search option.
Yeah. Okay.
4-5 options will open up.
Okay. I feel like buying from you now.
There's masala jaggery. There's plain jaggery.
Acha.
Because when my daughter was born, doctors recommended to give her 1 ml of iron every day.
Okay.
Medicine.
Okay.
Jaggery has a lot of iron.
Acha.
We used to give her jaggery.
Okay.
And the first time I went in the market, it was like dark black jaggery, which was rock hard. So the jaggery we have is better cleaned.
Okay.
So it's like soft. You break it and it melts into your mouth. So white butter, there are 2 ways of making white butter.
Okay.
First of all, the way we make it at home, doodh wala, cream aa gayi. Then you separate the cream, then you churn it to make butter, then you heat it up to make ghee. That's one way. But then that is not ghee, that is clarified butter.
Okay.
The difference between ghee and clarified butter is rare.
Achha.
So ghee is that you take out the milk and you curd it. So when you make curd out of it, then you add the probiotic benefits into it.
Okay.
Then after the milk is set into curd, then you churn it.
Okay.
The ghee that we offer is actually churned by hand. There are 2 people who have this little bucket in which they will make the curd and they put a...
Like the Bellona.
It's Bellona only.
It's Bellona.
It's Bellona.
Okay.
This is a 5-foot wooden stick. It takes 2 people to actually whisk it.
Okay.
So there are 2 people pushing it for at least half an hour when the butter is extracted. Then it is done on a mitti ka chulha pe. They make the ghee out of the butter.
Okay.
It has very nice aroma.
Okay.
We don't add any colors. It is like sunshine yellow when it is solid. When it is melted, when it's liquid. Some brands actually add turmeric and some color to it. We do not.
Okay.
So this is the way it is.
Okay.
And the taste will vary from season to season.
Acha.
Because it depends on the flora that the cow is consuming. So winter the flora is different, summer the flora is different, dry season the flora is different. So based on the flora of where the cows are grazing, the taste and flavor of the ghee will change. Because there is no homogeneous process to it. We do not process it. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
Plus the milk that we use is from native A2 cows.
Okay.
So there are 2 varieties of ghee that we get. One is made from the milk of Rathi cows, which is found in UP. One is from Sahiwal cows, which is found in Haryana. So white butter is again one step before.
Okay.
So we stop at that also. We have a tie-up with another brand,
Okay.
and they have their own cows in
Okay.
Alwar, and we get fantastic varieties of butter from there.
Okay.
So they do plain butter, they do salted butter, they do flavored butter, they add herbs to the butter, they have this garlic and herbs butter.
Okay.
They have piri piri butter.
Okay.
And they also do some forms of cheese.
Oh.
We ask them to start mozzarella.
Okay.
So generally, whatever mozzarella you find is all synthetic and industrial.
Yeah.
We actually get mozzarella from cow's milk. That's fantastic mozzarella cheese that you get. You can make it pizzas at home. We also do that.
Okay.
So we get mozzarella cheese. We also get a pizza sauce.
Okay.
Made for us in Uttarakhand.
Acha.
Completely organic, certified organic, all with their own farm-grown products. So we get this. So we have this kind of a package that you can buy the pasta sauce, pasta pizza sauce along with the mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
So that you can. That's again, mozzarella is very different than what you get in the market.
Tell me something. Why do the farmers trust you? देखो farmer तो बहुत लोग जाते हैं farmers के पास. ठीक है और वो बोलते हैं हम आपका ये बिजनेस शहर में ले जाएंगे and now they are also smart farmers also educated people.
Yeah, they are.
Why do they trust you? Because of the fair pay?
Fair pay is one thing. More importantly, we don't overcommit. I never overcommit that I'll change the world for you. I go with this that I came to know about you. I know that you do good work. We will try to offer you a market. We'll do as much as we can do for you. And I never block their money. I would not overcommit that I will take so much of volumes and not move. I know of brands who've made the farmers grow in tons and then never went to, buy that. And that was a complete loss for those farmers. And they've stopped trusting people from Delhi. Ab Delhi se baat hi nahi karni aapse. But I think I started this in 2017-18. And I've been very consistent with my relationship with the farmers. I've met them multiple times. We speak very often. And it's like, it's like personal relationship one-on-one with all of them. We are talking because we know each other, right? Similarly, I talk to those people because we know each other. And we've had so many dealings with them in the past. They kind of know that this guy, whether we can trust or whether we can't trust. For example, there's this farmer of mine who grows grapes.
Okay.
And you will not usually find those grapes because the kind of grapes that you find are all hybrid. 2-inch long grapes, not sweet. This guy grows grapes which are naturally grown. They are small, little, tiny pieces of just pure grape juice. You take a bite and just blast into your mouth. Fantastic. He is in Sangli.
Okay.
So he starts with his grape crop in February end. By February and March, he will start his grapes. This is going to be my ninth season buying grapes from him.
Okay.
So you need to be that committed to the guy also that, he knows that the moment my season starts, he's my buyer, he's going to buy from me. So we start the season with grapes. Then he also grows Kesar mangoes. Then he has this variety called Badami mangoes. Very nice mangoes. Badami. It's called Badami. It's similar to Safeda, but comes from a different region. So the taste and flavor is very different. They're very nice. And he also does the processing.
Okay.
So he makes these fantastic potato chips.
Okay.
So typically when my kids ask for chips, I don't buy the usual processed packs. We have chips. It's just potatoes fried in cold pressed safflower oil.
Okay.
Sprinkled with salt, packed, and that's what we get.
Wow.
The packaging is also, that happens there.
And it's available at Saraswati also?
It's mostly available with us.
Okay.
When the stocks get over, again, during rains it gets spoiled because the packaging is not the way an industrial packaging is going to be because the farmer is packing it.
Yeah.
So he's making it, packing it, sending it. So the rest of the year he sends us packaged products. So he'll make matris for us. He'll make chips for us.
Wow.
It has very nice banana chips.
Okay.
So there's a variety of bananas called Rajapuri that is grown in Maharashtra.
Acha.
The small tiny bananas. Usually the banana chips that you would have is the round ones. These are the long ones. They take a full banana, they slice it, they fry it and they flavor it. There are two flavors. One is just turmeric. One is some sort of spices, mixed spices.
Okay.
Really nice. So we get those chips at home.
Okay. Wonderful. Talking to you, I feel like buying all my grocery from you, Sachin, because you're so convincing. And actually, this is something which, staying in Gurgaon, we are missing it. Because wohi ek same app se order kar diya aur manga liya, yahan chale gaye. Okay, now Sachin, see, there is a sea of organic, so-called claim organic food people out there in Gurgaon especially. How is Saraswati different from those other brands? Let's say.
See, I don't know how we are different because I don't compare my brand with anybody else. I know what I'm doing is ethical work. So when we started, and even now, we used to get our produce lab tested. Every quarter, I used to send my samples for lab testing. Very recently, I came to know about this brand which is making these testing kits that are available.
Okay.
You can test your own products. They are making this kit for 5-7 things. So they do it for oils, they do it for ghee, they do it for milk. Paneer, they just come up with carbide testing kit also. Tested, and we shared the reports with our customers. And it's a video where live testing is happening. We opened sealed packs of our oils in our ghee, and we bought some samples from outside other brands, locally available brands, and we tested. We found animal fat in ghee. We found kerosene added to mustard oil.
Oh.
So imagine kerosene oil is added to mustard oil, which is locally available. So I'll tell you why. The price of organic mustard right now is about 80 to 90 rupees a kg.
Yeah.
For us, it takes 3 kgs of mustard seeds to extract 1 liter of oil. In the market, so the cost comes down to 240 rupees just for the seeds. Then add to that the cost of processing. Everybody may not have a mill, right? So the person would have to take a tempo or something to take the seeds to the expeller, pay him, bring it back. So the cost of transportation. Now you can't buy mustard locally. So I might be buying my mustard oil from, let's say, Rajasthan or UP or wherever. I'll have to pay for the transportation from that region to Gurgaon. Then I'll have to pack them in these beautiful bottles that you see. So you add the cost. But mustard, the normal regular mustard oils are available for 170, 180 rupees a liter.
Yeah.
Tell me, how is that possible? Even at a very large scale, you can't bring the cost to half. It's just not possible. It doesn't sound right. Similarly, if you talk about ghee, you can buy ghee for 500, 600 rupees a liter. Good brands, renowned brands.
Yeah.
But tell me, when you buy ghee from a store, the retailer has a margin, 15, 20%, 10, 15%, something. The distributor who's distributed that product to him, he also has a margin. The manufacturer would also have a margin, profit. Manufacturer would also have a cost of production, cost of buying the raw material, processing, labor salaries, electricity, factory ka kharcha, all of that, packaging ka kharcha. So typically, the cost from the manufacturer to the end buyer basically doubles up. Can you make ghee at 300 rupees a liter even if you have your own cattle?
Not
Impossible.
At all. You can't make it with that kind of milk also at home,
No, so they buy animal fat.
Okay.
They buy powdered milk.
Oh.
And then everything is happening here.
Okay.
I don't have any evidence because I've not seen those factories, but you tend to know, right? Because you're in the industry. Typically, when we tested our ghee, we found animal fat in that.
Okay.
So there are 3 test tubes that come with that kit. You put a few drops of your ghee and the solution that comes along with that. The color will change. For each color, it's mentioned. If the color turns to this, then this is what is added. If the color turns to this is what is added.
Okay.
Because even if you have your own cow or buffalo or your own cattle, it has to be fed for 30 days in a month. And for our ghee, it takes about 35 liters to make 1 liter of ghee because the fat content of cow's milk is about 3.5%.
Okay.
So you are feeding the cow for 30 days and you're getting 2 to 3 liters of ghee every month. So you're paying for the feed also.
Yeah.
You're paying for the maintenance also. It can't cost you this less. Which is
very valid point. Yeah.
Which is why there's questionable purity in.
Okay, tell me something, Sachin. What is this paneer ka kalesh that is happening? Do you also keep paneer at your stores?
We do.
What paneer is that? Because we understand that most of the apps also are selling the palm oil paneer. Kya kalesh hai iska?
Cost. Sabko cost kam karni hai. So demand has gone up. Everybody wants it, but people don't want to pay. हमें सब कुछ सस्ता चाहिए. हमें 10 साल पहले भी आलू 10 रुपए किलो चाहिए था, आज भी हमें 20 रुपए किलो चाहिए.
But there are brands here in Gurgaon who are selling a normal paneer for 450 rupees a kg. That's a lot.
Why is it a lot? Why is it a lot?
No, I mean, see, we can buy. But
see, again, it depends. So technically speaking, you need to look at what is the fat content because paneer will come out of the fat.
How will you see an open paneer that जो एक वेल नोन ब्रांड ले ले वो तो खुला पनीर देते हैं उनका कोई ब्रांड पैकिंग तो है नहीं like how you're getting it on the applications तो कैसे पता करें उसका क्या कंटेंट है?
Lab test.
अच्छा.
We have a testing kit. You can take it. You can put paneer. You can put some solutions. This color will change. You'll get to know if it is pure or not.
Okay.
We also do paneer.
अच्छा.
Our paneer supplier is the same guy who gets us the butter also.
Okay. Okay.
So, and we sell it through their own brand.
Okay.
So it's branded, it's certified. There's
And
documentation. It's pure. Yeah.
Okay.
Till they have their own cattle, they are buying milk from somewhere. Now that could be an area of question. कि उनका दूध कहाँ से आ रहा है? अपनी डेयरी से आ रहा है कि किसी से ले रहे हैं? क्योंकि I have a farmer in Rajasthan in Sikar. उसके पास एक गाय है जो देसी गाय है, जिसका दूध को वो घर के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं. बाकी इसको जर्सी. देसी गाय दिन में 3 लीटर दूध देती है, जर्सी गाय दिन में 40 लीटर दूध देती है. वो दूध वो बेच देता है 30 रुपीज लीटर में. अब जो दूध ले रहा है वो क्या कर रहा है? वो दूध कलेक्ट कर रहा है और किसी कंपनी को दे रहा है. वो कंपनी क्या करे? इसको होमोजेनियस बना के प्रोसेस पैक करके बेच रही है. किसी कई दूसरे तो बहुत ब्रांड्स है ना. अब आपको नहीं पता कि वो दूध भी कौन से जानवर का दूध है. मतलब जर्सी इज नॉट अ काउ. जर्सी इज अ मिक्स बिटवीन bull and pig.
What are you talking?
Yeah, that's Jersey cow.
Achha.
There was a scientist who saw that there are 8-9 piglets latching onto the mother pig to feed babies.
Yeah.
It came to this idea came to his mind, what if we cross it with a cow?
Oh.
गाय भी ज़्यादा दूध देगी.
हाँ.
He created that in a lab. That's how Jersey cow came into the picture. Jersey is a hybrid cow. अब hybrid का मतलब नहीं है ना.
मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम सुनी है.
घोड़े का वो ले लिया सीमन और इंसान का लेके बना दिया कुछ अजीब सा यूनिकॉर्न बन जाएगा. बट दैट्स हाउ जर्सी काउ वाज मेड.
Oh.
Jersey, Holstein, HF, these are all made to give a higher production.
Okay.
But our human bodies cannot digest that protein because it's A2 protein. We can digest A1 protein. We can't digest A2 protein. तो जर्सी का तो वही है. अब अगर वो दूध ले रहा है, सबसे कलेक्ट कर रहा है, तब आपको नहीं पता कौन सी गाय का दूध कलेक्ट कर रहा है. Which is why a lot of people say don't have milk.
So we don't consume milk at all because we can't digest it. Sachin, there is a question on this for you. See, you have got into a business where you have to deal with a lot of women, homemakers. How do you handle bad words, गुस्सा? तो बड़े कॉमन चीज है, मुझे ही आ जाता है. अरे क्या है भैया, खराब दे दिया. You know, क्यों भेज दिया? They don't understand it's a big business you're doing. For them, उसका वो प्रोडक्ट उस वक्त जरूरी है. ठीक है, तो आप कैसे हैंडल करते हो उस स्ट्रेस को?
See, I have been in this for 8 years now. Almost 8 years.
Yeah.
And initially, I used to manage the entire operations myself.
Yeah.
So I used to connect with everybody. So all my consumers know me by my name. They can pick up a call. They can pick up their phone and call me anytime.
Yeah.
That they know. I would ask them to send their queries to me or complaints to me so that I could know what is happening in my business. Right? So with a lot of them, I think most of them, there's a personal connect. And they feel comfortable talking to me. ये भी होता है. With new customers especially, this used to happen कि we were expecting this thing, we got this thing. So we have a very simple ask me no questions refund policy. We just refund. आपको नहीं पसंद आ रहा, we'll refund or we'll replace or whatever. See, at the end of the day, it's one-on-one relationship. And to be honest, I also want to maintain my sanity. I don't want to fight people at the end of the day. So if you like what you get, you take it, continue with it. You don't like it, there are a lot of people in the space, you can switch.
You know why I remember, Sachin? I think I met you 1.5-2 years back, which I faintly remember. Met you and I used the white butter I bought from you because I was told to buy from somewhere.
Okay.
One thing I very nicely remember that when I got the butter home and we used it, so then I called up to tell you that ये तो बहुत अच्छा था जो आपने दिया था, पर क्वांटिटी कम थी. I'm 2 years back पहले की बात कर रही हूँ. आपका एक बड़ा अच्छा जवाब था मुझे. आपने बोला मैम आपको कम लग रही है तो आप और ले लो मुझसे. You know, don't pay for it, use it. That stuck with me. I lived with it. कि भैया इस बंदे को बिजनेस करना है पूरे एथिक्स के साथ. मतलब आपके लिए I think Saraswati as a brand believes in a lot of customer satisfaction, which is one thing I find missing in Gurgaon totally. You know, कि कस्टमर खुश हो रहा है, उसके लिए आप उसको कैसे डील करते हैं. This is your USP, I think so.
Thank you. I don't remember it at all. Maybe
But I remember.
But I think, so I used to work for American Express.
Yeah.
And it's a completely customer service oriented kind of an organization, and I worked there for 7 years.
Okay.
I think it's a part of my DNA that
Yeah.
customer service comes, I think, naturally.
Yeah.
And I don't even treat it as a customer service. Now, this is my own business. Saraswati it involves my wife and my daughter's name. That's how the Saraswati name was formed.
Yeah.
So SA from Sachin, RAS from Rashmi, and VI from Sanvi, my daughter. That is how the name was born. So it is not just a name of a business. It's my, family's name which is there, and there is a certain reputation that we carry with this name. So ethically, so obviously, we make sure that we don't go wrong.
Very nice.
From a customer service standpoint, you try to understand what is the issue. At times, we are not even able to solve it. At times, you educate the customer. Like there was this lady who called me that, "जो टिंडे है ना बहुत छोटे हैं." I said, "तो this should be a good thing." नहीं वो तो छिलके उतारे हैं, सारे टिंडे खत्म हो गए मेरे. But my granny used to tell me, जितना छोटा है उतना अच्छा बनेगा. So I told her that टिंडा जितना छोटा होगा उतना कच्चा है उतना अच्छा बनता है. ज्यादा बनेगा तो पक जाएगा. उसके वो बीज बनाने के काम आता है. She won't listen. I said, "Okay, then let me send you the big ones." So I sent her the big ones then. हमने तो डिस्कार्ड करने थे, काम आ गए हमारे, तो we said we use them. So you have to deal with each call the way it comes, understand the customer's temperament at that point in time. Either you educate. So a lot of my time goes into education.
I get that.
When I travel, I need to tell people.
Yeah.
Like somebody complained, आपकी पालक में छेद है.
अच्छा.
अब पालक में छेद क्यों है? क्योंकि उसको कीड़ा खा रहा है. When you water the plant, you are actually filling the insects home with water. Since we do not spray insecticide or pesticide, they are there. They are living in the soil. They will come out. And okay, वो भूख लगी है, चलो I'll nibble on the leaf. It'll nibble on the leaf, it'll go back. Right? उसका तो घर हमने पानी से भर दिया ना, जब हमने पानी डाला. जी. अब वो बाहर आया, उसको भूख लगी है, वो खा लेगा पत्ता, वो वापस चला गया. So I said, this is why it has holes. Imagine had we sprayed pesticides on it, उसको कीड़ा भी नहीं खाता, वो आप खाते. So our leaves will have holes during seasons. बारिश पड़ गई तो कीड़े लगेंगे, कुछ ऐसा सीजन आ गया इंसेक्टिसाइड से, उसमें कीड़े लगेंगे. कीड़े लगेंगे तो पत्तों में छेद भी होगा, पालक में, सरसों में, it'll have holes. It'll have holes because we are not doing anything with it. It is the way it is.
बहुत अच्छी बात आपने बोली.
So that I need to educate people. ये कीड़ा है तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि कीड़ा भी नहीं खाएगा, वो आप खा रहे हो. कीड़ा भी नहीं खा रहा.
बहुत अच्छी बात है ये. And this is, I think,
people. Some people you say sorry, and you move on. क्या करें?
What are the future plans for Saraswati?
See, this has come up very organically. The brand has come up very organically. And my goal was, let me tell you how it started. So it started with the fact that good food has to come home because my family is going to consume it. And then I thought farmers also need a market. So I was to connect. I started connecting. I traveled the entire country to connect with farmers. I've met most of my farmers. I've met them personally multiple times, including in Northeast. So they look up to us that this guy will get us a good pricing for our market, for our produce. At the same time, there are customers like you ask me so many questions. Now you must be in doubt कि हम जो खा रहे हैं वो खाना चाहिए नहीं खाना चाहिए. Then you'll be looking at alternatives. Most likely, you'll either come to me or you'll give me references कि यार आपको I like this guy or I found this guy to be okay. You can try this brand, right? So I thought that there would be people like the way the place I was working in my own circle. There were people who said यार अच्छा खाने में पता नहीं है क्या खा रहे हैं हम लोग. We don't. And most of the people say यार we don't know what we're eating. So I thought here's a community of farmers who are selling their prices at, you're dumping their products in the mandis at throwaway prices. And here is a market which wants the good produce but doesn't know where to go. So my idea was to build a community of like-minded people whom I don't have to fight with, who understand what I'm trying to do. And since I found it difficult to get the produce only for my family, because there has to be a certain volume, only then it can be transported. So the idea is to have that community of people who are willing to support that farmer with the extra money that he's charging. He's not charging extra; he's just charging fair price. Because in India, a farmer does not have the right to charge the fair prices for his own product. Mandi decides the price. He doesn't. So like-minded people coming together and a collective of farmers. I am just a chain connecting them. So the idea is that it should grow organically only. Karma बढ़ता चले is the idea.
Wonderful.
But of the like-minded people.
Wonderful. So if you want to have health on your plate and if you want to eat pure and the cleanest kind of food. Get in touch with Sachin Suri. He's available all the time on his personal number as well.
Yeah.
And his details are available on the podcast. So get in touch with him. And Sachin, it was great talking to you. It was very, very informative podcast for me.